Good morning, Mustangs. Today is an S6 day. Today's SAT word of the day is embitter, meaning to cause someone to feel bitter. Today for lunch, we have chicken quesadilla. Now sit back and relax because NHS Update starts right now.
Good morning, Mustangs, and welcome to NHS Update. I'm Anthony Zona.
And I'm Tori Giffen. SAD students, you must return your field trip permission forms today. If you are planning on intending, stop by Miss Roberts' room 359 after school for details. Equal Rights Club will have its first meeting of the year today after school in Miss Uppencamp's room 323. At the first meeting, the club will discuss what it means to have equal rights, and all NHS students are welcome.
The Spanish Conversation Club will now meet every Tuesday after school in Mrs. Fox's room. The Chess Club will meet on Wednesdays in room 218. Students and staff are welcome. For more info, see Mr. O'Connor in room 218. Okay, next up we have a story on a musician from NHS. After we dug a little deeper, we found out people aren't always what we think they are. Sadie Krall and Danny Sullivan report.
At first glance, Jerry Wintunsky seems like your typical heavy metal kid.
I'm a huge metal head, but I like a lot of classical music and jazz.
Probably not what you were expecting to hear. In fact, Jerry listens to much more than just metal.
I listen a lot to like old school, like hardcore rap.
And he even loves Taylor Swift.
I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan. Everybody's like, but you're a metalhead. I'm like, yeah, well, good music's good music.
It's actually this diverse music taste that has led Jerry to transform as a musician.
I'm starting to study more jazz chords and music. Previously, I was in a lot of metal bands, and I love playing metal, but there are certain things I wanted to do as a musician where I felt more like myself.
His self-expression has often led people to think he's something he's not.
I used to wear a bunch of like death metal t-shirts that had like Morbid Angel and like death or anything obscura. Everybody was like, oh, he's a Satanist, and you know he doesn't like anybody, and he's just an evil person. He probably does spells, but really, like, I'm in love with flowers.
Go figure. The metal kid loves flowers. Stereotypes aside, Jerry feels music creates an emotional connection no matter what the genre.
It brings out a lot of different emotions that people like to keep hidden, like love, hatred, all that stuff. And I think it's really good for music to really help people feel the way they do. I just want people to be able to connect with me and know that they're not alone in certain things. Even if it's instrumental music like I write, like, you can still definitely feel the emotion.
Jerry may be known as the metalhead, but he is much more than that. He's a musician with a passion for music and a desire to connect with others. Whether it be through heavy metal or classical, to Jerry, music is music. For Mustang Magazine, I'm Sadie Krall.
Thanks, guys. For more shows like that, you can visit Mustang Magazine online. And the first meeting for the dance club will be held next Thursday after school in the guidance room. The new German club will be held in Mr. Bueller's room 237 starting Wednesday after school. And looking ahead, the junior-senior semi-formal dance will be held at Sheraton 4 Points on Tuesday, November 10th. Tickets are now available for $55. See Mr. Sweeney in the Dean's office to purchase. Tonight there will be tailgating before the game. Cost is only $1 for food, music, and games. Anyone interested in attending should sign up for lunch. Okay, now to Brian Curley with your sports update.
Good morning, Mustangs. Yesterday, the golf team lost their match to Walpole with strong play from Paul Galvin and Nick Nauman, while the field hockey team clinched tournament last night with their 3-1 win over Framingham under the lights. Recently, Dan French and Ronnie Marshalsea caught up with senior captain Julianos about the football team's great start to the season.
Ready, set, go! This year, Mustang football has started off with a better record than usual.
We had a pretty good preseason. We played Sharon, Foxborough, and all our Ames. We felt we did really well against them. And then, you know, the first 2 games we played Framingham. We did well against them. We stacked up well. And then we had Wayland, which was a good game as well. The defense really stepped up in that game, and the line has been great so far with the pass protection, so couldn't be happier.
The work ethic and training styles have changed over the past few seasons.
Coming to practice every week with, you know, a fresh mind, like every day's a new day. We feel like if we have enough energy we bring to practice, you know, it's a lot of it gets repetitive because, you know, day in and day out you're doing the same kind of stuff, but if we just continue to work on the plays, we install plays every week, different plays versus different opponents, and we're just mastering those plays.
As a team, there are goals that every player works to achieve throughout the season.
We want to have a great week of practice every week. We want to get to where we need to be, feel confident going into the game. We'd like to make the playoffs, keep playing after Thanksgiving is a big one, and, you know, eventually go to the Super Bowl, because, you know, we feel confident that we have the talent to do that this year, so anything's possible with this group of guys.
Reporting from Mustang Magazine, I'm Ron Marshalsea.
Set! Middle, middle, middle! You see that? I'm a jack of all trades, really.
Thanks, guys. The football game is tonight at 7 under the lights against Milton. There will be a blowout, so make sure to come out and support the team. That's all I have today. Now back to the desk.
Thank you, Brian. And don't forget to come out tonight again and support the football team under the lights at the field out back. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and on NHS-TV.org.
Have a great weekend, Mustangs.